Hey guys, Kocher here, Kocher, and today we are reacting to Nerdrotic. Why they hate the Lord of the Rings, the Scouring of Tolkien. That was my WhatsApp, by the way. Let's go.
Never before has any voice uttered the words of that tongue here in Imladris.
Do not ask your pardon, Master Elrond, for the black speech of Mordor may yet be heard in every corner of the West.
Oh man, I love this scene. Huge Lord of the Rings fan. Here, yeah. In German though. Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the original films, and so I'm biased. I'm really biased here. Yeah, let's go.
Hi, Gavanya, and you over 1 million men and women of the West and the 40% who haven't subscribed yet. Not a year goes by without some hack writer from the Access Media or hackademic attacking our beloved Professor
Bro.
1 million men and women of the West and the 40% who haven't subscribed yet. Not a year goes by without some hack writer from the Access Media or hackademic attacking our beloved Professor John Ronald Reuel Tolkien. And this year is no different from the
Students shall not pass unless they accept the Lord of the Rings and is offensive? Maybe because suggests Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows traditional of anti-African antipathy. Where?
Telegraph, students shall not pass unless they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive. University course suggests Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows a tradition of anti-African antipathy. That's AAA to you and me. Generally, academics and activists, and quite frankly, I don't know the difference between the two, so we'll just call them people who don't like to have fun and people who are no fun to be around, hate Lord
100% agree.
of the Rings. And the attacks on Tolkien go back to the times when he was alive. But in recent times, it was made demonstrably worse by Amazon. You know, the company that started selling books? When its owner, Jeff Bezos, decided he wanted to make his own Game of Thrones and bought Lord of the Rings, which is funny because right now, Game of Thrones, along with Harry Potter, DC Comics, and the core part of Lord of the Rings that Jeff Bezos actually wants, is potentially for sale. Anyway, Jeff Bezos is the Rings of Power.
Please don't.
You know, the
Please don't buy it. Please don't. Please don't. Please don't.
billion-dollar disaster and failure that's basically a vanity project right now, gave the activists absolutely everything they wanted. Unfortunately, there weren't enough of them to watch, but it did stir the conversation back up again. 5 years ago, I made a video called
Oh yeah, the series was so bad, man. Like, if you're a Lord of the Rings fan, the series was so bad, man. If you have never watched, like, I know some people that have never watched the original films, which is crazy, by the way. They actually liked the series, and I'm like, oh, bro, no, man, that was so shit, man. It was so shit. I watched it though, but still, shit.
They're coming for Lord of the Rings, and it was a simple warning that the same thing we've seen happen to Star Wars, Star Trek, and Doctor Who was going to happen to the Professor's secondary world because the activists have been circling this mythology for a long time. And once they sunk...
Yeah. Oh, Star Wars also such a shit show. Oh, God. Oh, man, they ruined it. Oh, yeah, I don't get all the... Like, it's okay for me when, like, all the woke stuff and all the stuff. Do your thing, man. I don't care. But please don't ruin, like, unbelievably good written stories or games or whatever. Why, man? What is that shit, man? I don't understand that. I never understood.
their teeth into it.
Also, the drama that came out when Hogwarts Legacy came out. Bro, I don't get it. I don't get it. I just don't get it. Bro, who the fuck cares, man? It's a freaking game. It's a game. It's a game. Who cares, man? Oh, man. Yeah.
with the help of their Hollywood corporate overlords. If anyone didn't like it, well, they were the problem. Particularly the readers of Tolkien who wanted to see the professor's work adapted authentically. And in their infinite wisdom, the creators of the show decided to make the fans of Lord of the Rings, The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, and all the works of Professor Tolkien the enemy. Responding to the backlash they absolutely knew they were going to get, Rings of Power producer and Bad Reboot reject Lindsay Weber famously said, "It felt only natural to us that an adaptation of Tolkien's work would reflect what the world actually looks like."
Go back.
Yeah. Huh? Why do you buy the rights to the original story, and then you don't stay at the story? Then just write your own universe. What is happening? What is that shit? I don't understand it. Go back to the books. I don't understand it. There is books. Stay there. Huh? Otherwise, do another universe and what are we talking about? There is a fan base of those books. It's like free money. It's a free money glitch. Just do what is already there, and it's a free money glitch. You get money because all the people will love it that loved all the other stuff. And it was a huge success. Like, I don't get this shit. Why do you have to change all the stuff? I don't get it.
Back to the book, go back to the book, go back
Yeah! Go back to the book, go back to the book, go back to the book. Yeah.
Completely ignoring the fact that Amazon paid $250 million to get access to a built-in audience that really
that's what I said right now. You have a built-in audience. No matter what is coming out from The Lord of the Rings, I will just speak for myself here, but I will probably speak for a lot of fans. I will read, watch, listen to. I read the books, I watched the films, I listened to the audiobooks, like everything Lord of the Ring related, I consumed. And the only thing I hated, but I still consumed, was the theories on Amazon. I hated it. I hated it so much.
Enjoyed a world meticulously built by J.R.R. Tolkien and what he thought it actually looked like. Showrunners J.D. Payne and Patrick McKay also responding to the backlash called the fans patently evil. Two Dwarf of Color actress Sophia Nomvetti stating that her role and the Rings of Power are a necessary redress of balance in Tolkien.
Everyone was cast because they were the absolute best person for the role, and to be part of a redress of balance within this world is an honor.
And
okay, why redress the story anyways? Like, why? But I have to say, her role I actually liked. Like, I think she played the role nice. The role from her was sick. I like how she played it, and also that she's black. Fitted really good for dwarves. Like, it fitted really good. Like, it fitted. In my opinion, it fitted. It was a good fit for a dwarf. Made sense. In my brain, made sense. Somehow. I don't know why, but I liked it. But a black elf? No. Makes no sense. Like, at all. But yeah, why we drafted anyway? I don't understand it. I don't understand. Why? No one wanted that. No one. Like, no normal human being wanted that.
A redress of balance within this world is an honor.
And the rest is herstory, and by all accounts, the subversive work that is the Rings of Power should have been canceled, but the only reason it's still around is so Jeff Bezos won't be embarrassed. I would argue continuing to make it is more embarrassing. And of course, there's all the Access Media articles and academic research, from racially stereotyping in the works of Tolkien to a new Lord of the Rings prequel quietly confronts an uncomfortable legacy. How Amazon's The Rings of Power prequel grapples with the deeply ingrained ideas of racial difference and racial determinism in J.R.R. Tolkien's world. Or the infamous Dear Tolkien fans, black people exist.
Ah, really? Black people exist? I didn't know. Huh? No one said they didn't exist. Who said that? No one did. No one did say that. No one. What are we talking about? This has nothing to do with real life. It's a story. It's a story. It's a book. What are we talking about?
R. Tolkien's world, or the infamous Dear Tolkien fans, black people exist. And who can forget this book published in 2022, Tolkien, Race and Racism in Middle-earth by Robert.
What are they saying? Urukais represent black people or what? What are we? What?
Stewart. Well, apparently everybody forgot about it. Consider.
Sorry, I'm reading. Tolkien, Race and Racism in the Middle Earth is the first systematic examination of how Tolkien understood racial issues, how race manifests in his oeuvre, and how race in Middle Earth is. His imaginary realm has been understood, criticized, and appropriated by others. This book presents an analysis of Tolkien's work for conceptions of race, both racist and anti-racist. It begins by demonstrating that Tolkien was a racialist, and in that his mythology is established on the basis of different races with different characteristics, and then poses the key question: was Tolkien racist? Robert Stewart engages the discourse and research essay riddled with ways in which racism and anti-racism relate Tolkien to his fascist and imperialist contemporaries and to 21st century neo-Nazis and white supremacists, including white supremacy, genocide, blood and soil philology, anti-Semitism and aristocratic racism, addressing a major gap in the field of Tolkien studies. Stewart focused on race, racism, and the Tolkien legendary. Bro, shut the fuck up.
It only has 3 reviews on Amazon.
I didn't see that.
2.6, and it costs $93.
Holy shit! That's a lot of money. Imagine you are so deluded in your head that you pay $93 to read about racism in a fictional story. Yeah, bro, then you are just, bro, you are lost in your life, bro.
$43, or going back to 2002 from The Guardian, Race and Race. What with the dark skin, broad faces, and dreadlocks? It's a wonder Tolkien didn't give his baddies a natural sense of rhythm, says John Yett, examining Middle-earth suspect racial undertones, where he states multiple paragraphs down, perhaps I better come out and say it. The Lord of the Rings is racist. So this is nothing new under the 2 lamps, the 2 trees, or the Son of Arda. But this one takes it a step further because it's an actual course at the University of Nottingham. And that course comes off as an exploration of the actions of Robin Hood from the perspective of the Sheriff of Nottingham.
Call off Christmas.
Once again from the Telegraph.
Oh man, all the racism stuff is so annoying. Obviously, yeah, there is problems with racism and all this stuff, but I would say nowadays the majority is not like that anymore. Like, I have no problems with, I don't care. Like, I literally don't care if you're white, black, whatever color even if you're orange, man. I don't fucking care. Who cares, man? Like, how is that? Why are we still talking about this? The moment we still talk about differencing, like people, I don't get it. Like, it's dumb. It's dumb. We are all humans. Done. And I don't care if you are a man turned into a woman, into a fox. Or the other way around. I don't care. I don't care. I really don't care. Leave me alone and leave all my stuff alone that I love to watch or listen to or read. Stop, bro. Stop. Oh, it's so annoying.
And we got to give them a little credit here on this headline. Students shall not pass unless they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive. University course suggests Tolkien's treatment of evil characters.
Students shall not pass unless they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive. University course suggests Tolkien's treatment of evil characters follows tradition of Bro, you shall not pass unless they accept Lord of the Rings is offensive. Bro, I would quit. I would quit. I would say, yo, fuck you.
Characters follows a tradition of anti-African antipathy. A university is teaching students that J.R.R. Tolkien demonizes people of color in the Lord of the Rings books. A history module called Decolonizing Tolkien and Others taught.
Where does he do that? I don't understand that. Where does he do that? Where are black people even in this movie? Like in what point are they separated to other people? Like, I don't understand. Do they really mean orcs and urukais? Or who are they talking? What are they talking? What are they saying? I don't understand.
At the University of Nottingham uses a text that says orcs and other dark-skinned characters in the trilogy are the victims of ethnic.
They actually mean orcs and urukai.
Chauvinism.
No offense, but it sounds like some fucking commie gobbledygook.
Dr. Onyeka Nubia, a historian and writer who leads the module, who's made plenty appearances on the BBC, and has put forth the narrative that medieval England had towns and cities as diverse as modern London, which is absurd, argues that Eastern races in the fictional realm of Middle-earth are depicted as evil, while fairer-skinned peoples of the West aren't shown as virtuous. I mean, except for all the fairer-skinned peoples who weren't so virtuous, like dwarves who were not evil but could be famous assholes like the petty dwarf Mim who betrayed Turin, or the dwarves that killed Thingol. And yes, despite what Amazon and their paid
what he said.
Hills will say about dwarves, generally they're considered fair yet ruddy. And as far as elves are concerned, there's Feanor, whose actions led to the burning of the ships, and the kinslaying, which was the first time elves killed other elves. The sons of Feanor, who killed a lot of elves, or Maeglin, who betrayed.
I have an orgasm right now. Oh, bro, I love that you said that he's saying all that, because I read all this stuff in German, and for me to talk about it in English is really hard. Like, my vocabulary is not on that level to talk over that stuff like fluently. So I'm so glad he's saying that right now.
Gondolin to Morgoth. Then there's the Men of the West. Where do I even start? Maybe with the Numenorians who were sacrificing humans to Morgoth. The Black Numenorians, and no, they weren't black. And they were deep in the past, oppressive rulers of realms like Umbar and Harad. Put simply, it wasn't black and white. There was a lot of moral complexity to Tolkien's works, and not every fair-skinned character was virtuous. And
that's the problem. The people that are hating all the stuff here right now, that say all the stuff like that we heard here, I'm pretty sure none of them have read the books. None of them. They just see stuff. Oh, the orcs are black. Oh, they are the evil people. No, man. Shut up.
that's just scratching the surface. Now, obviously, I'm no Tolkien scholar or expert. I'm just a fan. But imagine if a real scholar or even a hardcore lorehead took this clown's course. It'd be hilarious. In reference to decolonizing Tolkien in academia, decolonizing usually means re-examining or moving away from white Western viewpoints. So let me get this straight, Dr. Onyeka Nubia. You want to move away from the white Western viewpoint of Professor John Ronald Reuel Tolkien, an Englishman who wanted to write a mythology for England from his English viewpoint. I mean, by all means, move away from it. But why would you want to waste your time doing that? Well, because it's not about re-examining or decolonizing. It's about deconstructing, to state the obvious, because somehow the academics got it in their brains that you can fight discrimination with discrimination.
Yeah. Nothing more to add to this.
But it doesn't end there. In the module's core text, Dr. Onyeka writes that maligned peoples include Easterlings, Southrons, and men from Harad. The trilogy also features the dark-skinned orcs, evil creatures that do the bidding of Sauron, known as the Dark Lord. Now, the article says the trilogy, and I certainly hope you're not talking about the Peter Jackson films as much as they are the greatest trilogy ever made. They are not the most accurate adaptation of the professor's work. So are you just
No, they are not.
focusing on the Lord of the Rings books, leaving out The Hobbit, The Silmarillion, The Children of Hurin, The Fall of Gondolin, The Lost Tales, etc.? Yes.
That's so good. I love it.
Armies of Easterlings and Harad fought for Sauron, and yes, their complexions matched the regions they lived in because Tolkien accounted for that. You know who also fought for Sauron? The aforementioned fair race of the Númenóreans, some of whom became the Nazgul. But as far as orcs are concerned, they're creatures who are humanoid, but not human, with mostly sallow skin, so I don't care what background you're from. If you see them as black people, you told on yourself. The orcs...
Yeah. Like, seeing orcs and Uruk-hai as black people is beyond insane. Like, you are so delusional. Oh my god. This is so dumb. This is so dumb.
/ goblins were created by Morgoth / Melkor as a mockery of the elves, who were created along with everything else by the one true god Eru Ilúvatar, who are described by J.R.R. Tolkien in the often cited for multiple reasons Letter 210, a letter discussing a film treatment to Forrest J. Ackerman. They are or were squat, broad, flat-nosed, sallow-skinned with wide mouths and slant eyes. In fact, degraded and repulsive versions of the two Europeans' least lovely Mongol types. Now, the important bit there before he says Mongols is two Europeans. That is Tolkien acknowledging that that wasn't probably the nicest thing. So if anybody has a beef, it's the Asians. But if we're going to be judging things from history and we're going to say Mongol, that would be from Mongolia, say Genghis Khan, which means about 0.5% of the male population of planet Earth could be offended by that remark.
Problem with it is Genghis was a big murderer.
He was quite
I
murdery,
suppose he was a bit
wasn't
He did 34 million. There's another problem as well. They call it rapey.
A remark made in 1958. Many will make that the underlying thesis of Tolkien and all of his works being racist. But that is the deliberately disingenuous argument you will get from modern academics, particularly when it comes to Tolkien. Judging a man's perspective from the early to mid 20th century, that was completely acceptable, by the way, on modern day standards and having to dig to find something, while completely ignoring all the times that J.R.R. Tolkien said he was against things like racial doctrine and those National Socialists. But the professor shouldn't feel alone, because Dr. Onyeka Nubia also went after C.S. Lewis, Milton, and Shakespeare. But again, this is just the latest salvo against the good professor from the disingenuous and evil academics. But this reminds me of the worst case of betrayal, the Tolkien Society. Harkening back to their seminar in 2021, coincidentally, a year before The Rings of Power came out, so I'm sure this was totally a coincidence that they had seminars like this. Gondor in Transition, a brief introduction to transgender realities in the Lord of
Why? Why is that even a topic in a fictional verse? Why? Why, man? Why? Man, there are stories in this world that are just... I don't get it.
the Rings. Not sure how they managed to get a 30-minute seminar out of something that wasn't a reality anywhere within the works of the devout Catholic professor.
What is this new devilry?
And yes, these are real, from the real Tolkien Society, an educational charity and literary society devoted to the study and promotion of the life and works of the author, established in 1969.
But wait!
The Problem of Pain, portraying physical disability in the fantasy of J.R.R. Tolkien. The Invisible Other, Tolkien's dwarf women and the feminine lack.
Bro. What do they mean with that? Like,
Tolkien, The Invisible Other.
The Invisible Other, Tolkien's dwarf woman and the feminine leg. What? Because they are wearing beards or what? I don't even want to think about that stuff, man. What is that shit?
Other, Tolkien's dwarf women and the feminine lack. Projecting Indian myths, culture, and history onto Tolkien's worlds. The Lossith, indigeneity, identity, and anti-racism. We're atheists, agnostics, and animists, oh my. Or how about this one? Something mighty queer, destabilizing cis-hetero anonormativity in the works of Tolkien.
What?
This might be my favorite. Pardoning Saruman, the queer in Tolkien's The Lord of the Rings. For those of you who may or may not know from the books, Saruman the White later identifies himself as Saruman of many colors, which could be interpreted as wearing a rainbow flag.
Ha! Gay!
And when he reveals himself, Gandalf's response pretty much sums up everything happening here.
For I am Saruman the Wise, Saruman of many colors.
I like white better.
White. It serves as a beginning. White cloth can be dyed, the white page can be overwritten, and the white light can be broken.
In which case it is no longer white, and he that breaks a thing to find out what it is has left the path of wisdom.
And let's not forget back in
Yeah.
February of 2023, The Spectator reported that a unit within Prevent, the UK Home Office's counter-extremism program, had drawn up several lists of dangerous books. It claimed that these works could prompt or indict support for the far right or horror of centrist horrors, Brexit. Among the specific works mentioned were novels by titans of English literature, including George Orwell, Joseph Conrad, C.S. Lewis, and J.R.R. Tolkien. So I'd like to remind everyone who tries to take down this English legend, prolific author, and all-around good human being that the rest of the world does not agree with you, including you, Dr. Onyeka Nubia. Considering Lord of the Rings has been translated into 57 different languages and has at least 87 translations. It's sold over 150 million copies, making it the third or fourth best-selling book of all time, and if you combine it with The Hobbit, that's 250 million copies.
Yep.
Then there's all the other books.
And I have all those books. Yeah.
And media, and of course the films, the Lord of the Rings trilogy and the Hobbit trilogy, which have a combined worldwide gross of $5.875 million without adjusting for inflation. Based on that data alone, which was pretty easy to look up, it appears that despite what some producers at Amazon and angry academics think, any detractors of the professor and his works are in the minuscule minority. But they're not going to stop. And they tell on themselves, because when we have a course at the University of Nottingham from the professor's home country called Decolonizing Tolkien, again, decolonizing in academia usually means re-examining or moving away from white Western viewpoints. This isn't a scholarly study or exploration or even a re-examination. What it is colonizing Tolkien, because students of the course in Nottingham will also learn to repopulate the canon of British myth and legend. To state the obvious, this isn't about adding to something.
Oh man, that's so incredible that so less people have so much power to change stuff over the majority. I don't get it. Like, I cannot think of that. There are so many people like that. I don't understand. I think most people are just normal. Like, no matter your color, I don't care. Like, no one cares of if you're white or black. Probably, obviously, there are people that care, but I don't care. And I think most people don't care which color you have. And most people don't care if you are gay or if you are trans or if you are whatever you do. Most people don't care. Leave them alone. Don't, do your stuff. It's fine. It's fine. Alexa, stop. No one cares. No one cares. Bro, I'm living my life. You do yours. All good. But please don't interfere with all your thoughts and beliefs into stuff that has nothing to do with real life. This is a fictional story. Go fuck yourself.
Or building something new, it's about destroying something. Best summed up by the Culture Explorer on X, and I couldn't have said it better myself. Forget education, this is cultural demolition. The goal isn't to re-examine the past, it's to poison it, to strip stories of their meaning until they become something you're ashamed to love. First, they redefine the words. Then they rewrite the history, and finally, they tell you what you're allowed to believe. This isn't a debate about orcs, it's a war over who owns your culture. And the key to destroying a culture is problematizing its past. And Lord of the Rings is just one more monument to tear down. And why do they hate Tolkien? Well, I don't think I'm breaking any news here. It's his conservative values. He was a devout Catholic, a proud Englishman, an anti-modernist, and he had a deep distrust of large-scale government. Values that are antithetical to the ideology of the modern activist and academic. And the timelessness and popularity of this story that will outlast them all serves as a constant reminder that nobody likes their ideas and nobody thinks they're any fun. But Tolkien's works and the values they represent is exactly the reason the vast majority of people, including this guy who is neither Catholic or English, love him.
Nerdrotic.com.
If you like what you heard, please like, share, and subscribe.
I mean, I'm German, and our history with England is not so good. And I still love it. I love it. For real, I love it. It's my absolute favorite. Then Harry Potter, I also love that one. But for me, Lord of the Rings, number one. Yeah, crazy shit. Crazy what is happening right now. I'm glad that Peter Jackson made Lord of the World when he did. Yeah, they hate it because it will forever be better than anything they make. We all know yeah, it's true. It's true. Good. That's it for the reaction. I hope, I don't even know what I want to say here because this is just some bullshit. The video was good though. Original video down in the description. If you like the video, leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you in the next video. Peace, bye, and toodaloo.